Welp, here we are, right here, this little land called the Welpdom, and I am one of the emperors of the Welpdom. My other co-emperor, Ryan, he is well, this is a solo session, so he's not here, obviously. This is just me by my lonesome, watching and reacting to the Hue. And I know that there's probably divisiveness over how to say, is it the Hue or the Who? Well, we're gonna solve that soon in a interview we're going to do with them. We are going to be interviewing them, so check that out on our YouTube. That is coming soon to a Welpdom near you. All right, this was from Charles, and Charles gave me the mandate to do this as a light prep reaction. Now, light prep just means I'm supposed to kind of look through and read what he has to say and get a better understanding. And this is what Charles said. Watch the video through and then go back and if you want to read the lyrics to get the full meaning of the video. Now, I didn't know if that meant like watch it before I react or like the reaction should be me watching it through and then go through the lyrics. So I wasn't quite sure there. So what I'm going to do is I didn't pre-watch the video. That's always challenging for me because then I'm going to lose whatever little nugget comes into my brain before. So I'm not a fan of pre-watching videos because it's less of a reaction at that point. But I will go through, and then if there's something to go back to and revisit, I will. I will say this, having gone through the lyrics, I do appreciate the fact that these are translated directly. I hate it when people translate the lyrics and then try to make them rhyme. You're going to lose so much of the meaning by trying to make it rhyme in English. Like maybe it rhymes in Mongolian, but why are you trying to make it rhyme in English as well? That just, you're going to have to destroy the content in order to do that. I'm not a dum-dum. I figured it out, okay? So I appreciate that it wasn't just translated to sound like a cool poem. At least that's what I got from reading the lyrics that Charles provided. And I'm not going to read all the lyrics out loud, but I am going to say like sad look at where the world is at from the perspective of this person who wrote this. I thought the Hue had a lot of more like upbeat kind of, hey, the world's not falling apart. But there's some like disturbing lines from this one. Not disturbing, just darker. Here's a good example one. Worse than a beast living a hell to your offspring. Destroy everything that is saleable. Stay there claiming this is the life. Keep pouring down until there is no water to wet your mouth. Trade for gold. Treat everything alive and lifeless. Yeah, that's dark. I mean, it's not like satanic dark. It's just darker than, you know, a more positive approach. So anyway, I'm not trying to poo-poo on the Hue. I'm trying to just say they got a darker side. And I'm curious to see how this looks in the video. So my hunch is going into this, it's going to be a darker style of video with the song or the title to Sell the World. It might be like an anti capitalist kind of an approach is my guess, but I won't know until I watch it. So my hunch is a little darker. Let's have a look. I had one of those. My dad had one of those when I was a kid. Oh, it's animated.
Och glad var jag, och jag gått ur stan som sen tid.
It's an organ. Wear it like a necklace. Okay. We're just acting like this is normal. People up in the crowd. Crack the heart open. Why? You bring her alive? Oh. Oh. That last line was, your descendants may have sold the world and departed. Beware of the rebirth and behave. Sell the world 2023. Okay, 3 years ago this video came out. Let's start with what I would call the best parts. Obviously that horsehead fiddle has just got its own cool sound. This was felt a little less like rock and leaning more towards their cultural sounds, which I like, by the way. I love that it's kind of sprinkled with rock and a little bit of metal. Mostly we heard that in the background, singing both the chorus and sometimes even harmonizing. There's some harmonies in there too. Yeah, I would say that's the parts that I liked. I'm not a fan of having to go and read the lyrics, so we've seen the Hugh do like the lyrics on screen a few times, and I know that's like a third world problem. I can't watch the videos because it doesn't have the lyrics on the screen. No, that's my problem. Mind you, I don't think I'm going to learn Mongolian anytime soon. So yeah, it'd be nice if your songs had the English or whatever language you want people to sing along with it in, that goes on screen. And I get it. Your budgets are tight. It's hard. Everything's hard these days to do. Anyway, the song is great. I do enjoy this song. I've liked other ones from the Hugh a little better. I still like the message behind this like take care of it, don't leave the world in shambles. Charles let me know that it's Mother Nature that's being cut up and sold. That kind of fits the bill. If you know much about Tolkien and his stuff, that was the hidden message when you read between the lines in a lot of Lord of the Rings was take care of the world, man. Take care of things. It's fragile sometimes. It's not always fragile. Sometimes it's very, very resilient and it can fight back. To see that image, okay, that makes a little more sense now that I hear that. There's the leave a living hell to your offspring. Everyone that thinks like it's not my generation that has to deal with it. Every generation that's come along has said those words. Destroy everything that is saleable. And I want to know, and this isn't like sellable, I don't think. I think it's like that tastes, that has a nice taste or salient. I'm getting that one wrong. stay there claiming this is the life, keep pouring down until there's no water to wet your mouth, trade for gold, treat everything alive and lifeless. Yeah, this is kind of what's happening right now. And I wonder to what extent the folks from the Hue are seeing that in their neck of the woods, to see the destruction, the level of destruction. I can only imagine other countries what that might be like, to see people get big eyes and big ideas and go, let's blast down mountains and take all the wealth in the mountains. And that's nice, except those are mountains. Those are, very special places. Here in Alberta, we're facing a similar thing without getting too political. There is a push to reopen and start up new coal mines. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here, folks. Coal mines. Because we don't have an alternative to coal in 2026. We got to dig it up out of the ground and destroy our landscape to get it. Let's just do that. That's sort of what that reminds me of. I'm excited for what's going to happen here when we get to interview the Hue. I'm going to ask him all sorts of questions, and that'll be one of the questions that I'll ask is about what is your, where do you guys stand when it comes to, I won't ask climate change because it's so political, but I do want to ask things like what inspired your songs like this? Where does that come from? What are you seeing in where you live or as you tour that has brought that awareness to you? It's a good question to ask, by the way. I've asked a few people that question. And if you retreat into like everything I see on TV, the world's falling apart, and that's fine. That's okay. I'm always appreciative of people who've taken the time to actually think about what their answer is before they answer instead of just answering. I don't know why I'm telling you all that. Stick around for the Hue when we interview them. Ryan's already cutting me off at the end. We'll see you on the next one.
I come from planet Will. I come from planet Will.